What's good, family? It's your man the YB, back once again. Big shout out to my doggy. Where's Andreas for coming through and boosting the coin up 100%. So, we got a big one this weekend. Right now, my doggy, Anthony YARDE, fixing to come. Listen, we fixing to smoke on that big buff Russian looking ass. Wrestling with bears have an ass. Khabib wanna be have an ass pack 100%. We smoking a Khabib pack, no doubt about it. Yeah, that Khabib, that Chimaev, what else we got out there? That Makachev, all them different packs. That BRAWLS, all them dons. We smoke on that one right now. TEAMLIGHTY till the wheels fall off 100%. That last clown. Yeah, I ain't trying to see no you Bambi. Yeah, listen YARDE, if you're fixing to pull out you Bambi, stay at home 100%. Pull out. 100%, retire, no doubt about it. TEAMLIGHTY don't need no more clowns. There's been a few clowns still. Well, yeah, who's that Muppet? Connor Jewson, testosterone off his Nelly. Yeah? Then we had you Bambi, getting his Barnet bounce around the ring, like Bambi out here. Bambi on ice. Listen, Bambi with ice skates on. Oh my God. Where do they find these guys at? Get these guys out of it 100%. So like I said, surely, yeah, they say, Conor Ben, he washed. You Bambi, he washed. Come on, YARDE. Surely bad luck don't come in threes. YARDE, now listen, all jokes aside, difference is, to be fair to YARDE, he's not the A-side. Yeah, you Bambi, getting smoked last weekend. Yeah, Chris, you Bambi Jr., that's a whole different ball game. Yeah, he was supposed to smoke B-level beefy. Instead, yeah, it's a wrap for him. I'm not impressed with you Bambi at all. The coins, it's emotional. It's emotional, the kind of coins. You Bambi lost me. No chin having ass. I've been told these light-skinned Donnies as well. It's not for you. Yeah, you man, stick to modelling. 100%, stick to modelling. Stick to taking pretty looking photos and leave the rest of the things to other people 100%. Yeah? Because you light-skinned Donnies, you ain't been doing it recently. However, let's not put no biases onto my doggy, Anthony YARDE, yeah? Because he's his own man. He's got his own little light skin thing going on, 100%. But on a serious note, YARDE, he needs to go in there and represent. Yeah, like I've been said, TEAMLIGHTY till the wheels fall off. Go in there and treat this dude like any dude. Any dude. Oops, 100%. That's what 100%. That's what you need to do. Go and treat this Khabib looking ass dude like any man. Any man to us. Go in there and roll. Just put it on him. And listen, it's not about YB. It's all laugh at YARDE if he gets chinned. I'd rather YARDE go in there and go out proper than do it AJ. Yeah? Go in there and, that's whack. Don't pull an AJ. And that's the thing about YARDE. YARDE, we know the two types of YARDE that can turn up. We've seen the Queen Arthur. When he fought Arthur, what's the guy's name? Arthur something. Queen Arthur. Lyndon Arthur. Queen Arthur. He fought Queen Arthur in the first fight. That's the kind of, I want to be like Floyd YARDE. No good. Went 50-50, life and death, had a draw with a guy. Then he came back in a rematch. And to be fair to YARDE, he had things going on psychologically. He lost like 5 people in his family. Madness. So yeah, I respect that. But he came back different. But to be honest, he came back different. We've always known YARDE, is explosive, but not like the Arthur 2 fight. I've seen YARDE in there for 7 rounds with a bum dude. Do you understand? What he did, what he manifested in that second Queen Arthur fight was different. Even for Yarde's standards. Yarde's known as a on-it kind of dude. Because really, even the Kovalev fight for me was a bit of a flop. Well, obviously it was a flop, but I'm saying his mentality in the Kovalev fight, he was brand new in that one. Yeah, YARDE acted brand new. Oh, I'm here, I'm in under the lights, and he tried to, it was that same kind of Lyndon Arthur 1 fight mentality. I'm in there, I'm in the big show, and let's box. And we saw what happened. YARDE need to go in there and Queen Arthur this dude. Treat this dude the same as Lyndon. Now, we all know Well, I wouldn't like to say. I was about to say, we all know Beterbiev ain't going to go out sad like Lyndon Arthur, but you never know. These guys, yeah, they're always rock hard until they ain't. Look at Mike Tyson. Yeah, Mike Tyson was rock hard until he weren't. And with all due respect, Khabib, look at us, he 39 or whatever. Yeah, you're a young, strong, team-lighty bull. 100%. You're the last Donny representing right now. The last hope, the last 100%. Yeah, light skinned Dons will never live it down if you go outside. You must go in there and give it to this dude. Elbows in, chin down. Don't let me see you doing all this rubbish. All the Floyd, and that's another thing. I don't want to see no Floyd Mayweather rubbish either. This rubbish shoulder roll. No good. Elbows in, chin down. And I believe this Yarde's speed, he's got the edge. I'm sorry, and he even said himself. He said he watched Beterbiev and he wasn't impressed with the speed. Now we know speed ain't the be all and end all. But still, we'll take it. Yeah? We'll take these advantages. We'll take the fact we're younger. We'll take the fact we've got the speed. Now, what does have to be said, like I mentioned earlier, look at the Kovalev fight. I couldn't believe how quick Yarde was in the Kovalev fight. He's got that kind of, that twitch. But then he didn't. After 6-7 rounds, do you understand? In all fairness, he did empty the tank as well. But still, don't think about this fight being a 12-round fight. We'll deal with that later. This should be a 6-round fight for Yarde. Because if you go in there tight and touch this dude with your speed, you may butcher him and then get to the 8th round and put him out of there. Do you understand? Because people don't appreciate. Yes, I mean, there's two types of being tired. Yeah, there's being tired when you're winning, and there's being tired when you're losing. Complete different ball games. Yeah, if Yarde goes in there, puts in a good 6 rounds, and he's winning the fight, you can find You can find something in the last half. If you're in there and you're trying to play tic-tac-toe, and then you're gassed, and you've lost, you know what I'm saying? It's no good. No good. Go in there and set about this dude like he's Lyndon Arthur. Again, we all know he's not Lyndon Arthur, but the mentality-wise, that's what you must do. Don't be turning up brand new. Like the Kovalev fight. Oh, I'm on the big stage now. I'm on the World Championship stage now. Let's pretend. You know what I mean? That's no good. You have to treat all these chicks like hoes. All these dons like hoes. 100%. He any hoe to us. We're going to listen 100%. What we do, team-lighty dons, we pull up and we put this Donny on the corner side. Get him to work. Get to work 100%. Where's my coins? No doubt about it. That's what you do to this cat here. Yeah, these type of cats here, you pull up on them and give them the Andrew Tate 100%. Put them to work. No doubt about it. Pull up on this dude and put him to work on the corner side. Yeah, and after 6-7 rounds, you tell him, where's my coins? No doubt. Yeah, I'll put you to work for 7 rounds. Now I want my coins. 100%. That's what this guy needs to do, Yarde. Go in there with the whole Mike Tyson thing. And Yarde, he can be slippery as well. He's not a doofus in the ring. He's not messy like AJ in that sense. He does have coordination. But I wouldn't get too cute with it. Like I said, that whole shoulder roll thing, I haven't seen. Yarde hasn't perfected it. Not enough for me to say, yeah, go in there and do all that rubbish. Go in there, elbows nice and tight, chin down, and get to work. Yeah, Canelo style. And let's see who's the young. I mean, look at Yarde. You can see the clips in the background. Yarde is a big, strong bull. As far as being a light-skinned bull goes, I mean, let's be real here. You don't get no more bully. 100%. You just don't. Yeah. There's dons from there's dons, yeah, from Willie Lynch, 100%. Willie Lynch, a famous slaver. He'd be proud of cats like Yarde. 100% thoroughbred. He a thoroughbred Donny. Yeah, buff, 100, no doubt about it. So, use that. You're youthful. You're buff. What's the point? That's why I can't deal with AJ no more. What's the point of being buff? You know what I mean? And you're in there a big blobby looking ass. And nah, man, that don't work for me. Get out of it, 100%. The Lord's put you on this earth to be buff and strong. Don't let me see you tip-tap-toeing. Do you know what I'm saying? Go out there and do what buff and strong dudes used to do back in the day. These new age guys, you know what I mean? These new age guys, they're funny style. Oh, I'm big on buff and I'm going to go in there and be... Let's not forget that. I'll never forget the day AJ said, oh, I'm super buff and I'm super big and I want to show everyone I can box. The fuck? Get this guy out of here. Do you know what I'm saying? Where do they find these guys at? Funny style new age guys, man. I can't be dealing with them. Oh, I'm really buff and I'm really strong, but I want to show everyone I can box. The fuck? Yeah, I just don't get these ones. But anyway, to be fair to Yard, I'm feeling Yard's vibe. I'll be lying to you if I told you I put the bank on it. But I have got 2 coin on Yardy, just for that kind of emotional support. Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I can see him winning this fight. Yes, Beterbiev's a solid dude, but solid dudes in this day and age, it doesn't count for much in my opinion. Why? Well, the issue I have for calling someone a solid dude, who have they really beat, with all due respect? Yeah? Especially at 175, the division's weak. Yes, Beterbiev's got rid of Joe Smith. Okay, tell me one name Joe Smith beat. Do you understand? It's a bit like Canelo. Or look at what Bivol did to Canelo. And really, when you look at Canelo's resume, yes, don't get me wrong, Canelo is the baddest dude around these times. But when you look at Canelo's resume, okay, he beat Caleb Plant. Who's he beat? No one. Do you know what I'm saying? Oh, he beat Billy Saunders. Who's he beat? No one. Do you understand? No. So it's not these guys' fault. It's not Canelo's fault. He beat no one. Who's beat no one? But Beterbiev is a similar kind of thing. Okay, he beat Joe Smith, who's the best of a bad bunch, who didn't beat no one. You know what I mean? These guys these days, the boxing's quite weak. So there's a lot of dudes who have got belts and they look dangerous, and it's not tested. In fact, Canelo's a perfect example of that. We was all gassed. How gassed were we all off of Canelo? This guy went in there and popped Caleb Plant. We was gassed. And then we saw Bivol. The minute Canelo went in there, with someone his own level, all of a sudden, he looked like a plain Joe, didn't he? Plain Jane looking ass. Isn't it? Let's be real now. Canelo he looked like Superman at one point. We've got people who got short memories, yeah? Don't forget, Canelo was talking about going to cruiserweight. That's not no joke. In fact, scrap that. He was talking about fighting Usyk at heavyweight. That's no cap. And I hate to say it, I think he got a chance. Oh my God, I was gassed. That's how gassed we all was. We was talking about Canelo going to heavyweight to dethrone Usyk. That's the position we was in. Next thing we know, that same dude who's going to beat Usyk up at cruiserweight or heavyweight is now getting washed by Bivol. Completely washed him and turned him out and put him on the corner, working the streets, 100%. Had him all in the corner feeling sorry for himself, about to cry. That's 100%. So the dude who's just about to go to heavyweight, posting clips of him beating up Frank Sanchez, just got washed by Bivol. So what I'm saying is, this new era of guys, they ain't tested. They look good until they don't. So the thing is Yard that guy? Oh, we're going to look back and say, who did Beterbiev really beat? Do you understand? Now, I'm not saying, I do think Beterbiev's, he's certainly the best of a bad bunch, but he's not, I don't know, and at 39 years old, he's not a thoroughbred yet. Now, if Beterbiev beats Yarde, if Beterbiev beats Bivol, that's for me when you call someone a thoroughbred. Because you've beat young, hungry bulls of your own era. My issue with these days, for example, the kind of fights we need Canelo versus Triple G, which is old now, but those are the kind of fights where you find out what's real. And we haven't had, has Beterbiev fought someone his own level? He hasn't. People like Yarde, potentially, people like Bivol, that's when we find out. Young, hungry, in-form bulls. That's when you find out if someone's certified or not. We give out these certified things too easy, in my opinion. Beterbiev has been given a certified one too early. I mean, a prime example is he got put down by Callum Johnson. Most of you won't even know who that is. So we have to be careful before we start. And I guess anyone can be knocked down. I guess Floyd weren't knocked down. There's many boxers who haven't been knocked down in that sense. Especially not by any man. No, Callum Johnson, he is what it is, but I'm just saying. Callum Johnson isn't like one of them guys where you'd say, well, it makes sense. Do you get what I'm saying? So we don't know. This guy, he looks dangerous for now. But the reason I'm saying all this is to get the message across to Anthony Yarde that you can be the guy to make him any man. Yeah? Callum Johnson, he set the scene. This guy's so dangerous, but he ain't really done. For me, right now, Beterbiev is the same as Canelo. Yeah? He looks super bad until someone made him look average. Yarde can be that guy. All you've got to do is turn up and be that guy. Obviously, it's easier said than done, but someone's got to, innit? Someone's got to do it. Bottom line, someone ultimately always is one of two ways. Either number one, Beterbiev's going to go down as the greatest thing in history, or he's not, and he's going to go out like Canelo, which he weren't really about it like that. Now, in all fairness, well, I was about to say, in all fairness, I think Beterbiev's more solid psychologically than Canelo, but at the time, it's easy for me to sit there now and say, oh, Canelo's a hoe and he rolled over and he didn't really want it like that, but with all due respect, until we saw Canelo fold, we didn't really know that. People would have said, there's no way Canelo's going to go out sad. Mexican style. Oh, there's no way Canelo will roll over. And then he did roll over. But then again, yeah, some of these Khabib dons are a bit different in all fairness. So far, I'm trying to think, what Khabib dons have jacked? Yeah, no, man, in all fairness, these Khabib dons, they can be a bit more solid than Canelo. But still, just because you're a Khabib don, it don't mean jack in that sense. Because look at Canelo. Canelo, he rode the whole Mexican style, and then it turned out he weren't no Mexican style. He was new age USA style, Saf. Yeah. Beterbiev, he riding the whole Khabib shtick, but Johnson popped him in his chops on the floor. Why can't you do that? Yeah. Why can't you do what Callum Johnson done and then follow up from there? That's the question. There's no reason you can't be that guy. Yeah, that's what I believe. Too young, too strong. But you have to go in there with the attitude. I'll say it again. Anthony Yarde, it's going to be hard to cycle. Well, it might, I don't know. Anthony Yarde needs to go in there and act as if this guy is any man. Yeah, the same way Anthony Yarde went in there and put it on Lyndon Arthur. That's literally what you do. You treat this man like Queen Arthur. You treat him exactly the same way. You don't build him up. You don't think it's this big thing, and you go in there and it's my time and this is any man to me. Any man. And yet any man is Donny, 100%. And if you do that, it doesn't guarantee you win, but it guarantees you're in the race. If you go in there and you tip-tap-toe it, you're going to lose, in my opinion. If Yarde comes to box, he loses, in my opinion. He gets tired, he gets popped, or he just gets beat up. Either way, you know what I'm saying? His chance in this fight is to tangle. Because we can all laugh and joke, but I actually think that there's very few people who can out-tangle Yarde. There's people who can outbox him, but with all due respect, Lyndon Arthur outboxed Yarde. Do you understand? So he doesn't need to be though. Yeah, look at the guy. The guy is buff. Buff dude, same as AJ. I never got that. Big strong bull, and he wants to be proven he can box. I just don't get it. I never understood that one. You've been given a gift people would die for. People don't die to be great boxers. People die to be powerful, innit? People want the Mike Tyson effect. People like AJ, people like Yarde, they've been blessed with that Mike Tyson effect. And they all want to be Twinkle Toes. No, Twinkle Toes are dons that couldn't punch. Do you understand? People like Tyson and Fury, with all due respect, they become Twinkle Toes because they can't punch for toffee. So they have to learn how to run around the ring. But you, man, you big, strong, buff-looking asses, you don't want to embrace that and double down. But no, in all fairness to Yarde, he did in that Lyndon Arthur fight. But you have to go in there with that mindset. This man's a plate of food to me. And you believe it. Mike Tyson has a great kind of... he talks about how I can't be hurt. I can't be hurt. I can't be touched. I can't be weakened. The shots will bounce off. I've told people before about what's the guy's name? General Butt Naked. Yeah, General Butt Naked was some next African Donny who believed that he was in doing all the civil war and whatnot in wherever it was. And he was in there, him and his child soldiers would rock out there butt naked. And just he believed some next Obeah Donny, put some next voodoo Donny, put some next curse, some next thing on him, and the bullets would bounce off. So what I'm saying is, if you can get that kind of mindset, I can't be hurt. Mike Tyson says it. I refuse to be hurt. I refuse to be knocked down. I refuse to be knocked out. That's the kind of belief you have to have. Who this guy? This guy, any man. Yeah, this guy's been down before. Oops. It's not like that. It's not even like that. Literally. I mean, look at Canelo. Canelo, he ain't been down before. And still, Bivol went in there and schooled the guy. We know this guy can go down. You've got an edge up in that sense. It's not like it's not one of them ones where you can say, well, YB, he's got a cast that we've never even seen a chink. And look at, what's his name? Liam Smith. That's another great example. We all thought Eubank had a great solid chin, and some B-level beefy don just punched a hole through him. So there's a lot of evidence adding up. Andy's 39. Andy's been pulling out because of injuries. Andy hasn't fought for God knows how long. You're the guy who had a fight in between. You're sharp, you got momentum, you're young, you want this. This is your honestly, it's on a plate for you if you want it. And the last thing I'll say is, I keep mentioning it, but you treat this guy like Lyndon Arthur the same way. You go in there, you're sharp. Elbows in, chin down. You're parrying the shots. You're countering the shots. You're putting your shots together. You're punching with him. And if you go down, you go down. If you go out, you go out. I'm happy to lose coins. If Yard goes out fighting, I'm happy to lose. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah? 100%. Because whatever we say about Yard, with all due respect, he's not chinless. He's not chinny either. When Yard got put out by Kovalev, that was cardio exhaustion. It wasn't a Ubambi. Where he just, you know what I mean, he had no chops at all. Ubambi wasn't out of cardio. Ubambi had a full tank. Ubambi Jr. had a full tank of cardio and still out of there. Yeah? So Yard, he was round 11 or whatever it was. He had no gas left. It was exhaustion, which is a good sign. Which means that if you've got a good chin, if Kovalev couldn't put you out, there's no reason this guy can. And I haven't seen Yard go down on his own from a punch. So what we know is, Beterbiev has been down from a punch. Yard has not been down from a punch. So chin for chin, and throw in there the 39. I honestly don't see why Yard isn't the guy, really, who's seen as the dangerous one. Yes, Yard doesn't have the resume. He doesn't have the knockout wins over Joe Smith or whatever. But I don't know who's that. I don't know who that is. You know what I'm saying? That's any man. But obviously on paper, Yard doesn't have them B-level guy wins like Joe Smith. He doesn't have that. But this is the great thing about this fight. He does until he doesn't. Yeah? Yard beats this Beterbiev guy, all of a sudden he that guy now. So it doesn't mean nothing until it does. And that's why you go in there. This guy is Lyndon Arthur. He can't hurt you. He can't. Yeah? There's not a man born. Too strong. The power. Listen, right now, the Aniwaki TEAMLIGHTY Dons are blessing you right now, 100%. The TEAMLIGHTY Aniwaki Dons are sending some next radio waves right now, and they're boosting you up 100%. And you're gonna go in there like some next lighty, 100%, some next light skinned Terminator Donny. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Hollywood are fixing to make a new film. Yeah, Terminator Lighty Terminator, some next one, 100%. Go in there and dust this dude off. That's what you need to be on, 100% Rago. Anyway, salute to Yardi. And to be honest with you, I like Beterbiev as well. I like Beterbiev's whole Khabib shtick he's got going on. I respect that as well, with all due respect. I like both men. It's not like I'm against one or the other. I'm backing Yard to win. But I'm not. I like Beterbiev. He's cool too. So it's not like it's one of them ones. But yeah. Let's see it. Yard 100% till the wheels fall off. Leave it all out there. Have no regrets. Leave no regrets. Leave it all out there, and it will be it. Honestly, it's one of the best fights of the year. Truth be known, it's one of the best fights of the year. Underrated fight, in my opinion. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Smash the like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell. 100%. No doubt about it.